Okay, I'm back to read 19 and 20. 19 is called the Chainbreaker. There's a moment, quite ordinary, not flashy, when you realize the chain is finally broken. Not because the world stopped turning or the sky opened up, but because your child just walked past the same pain you used to drown in, and they didn't pick it up. That's when I knew the curse was breaking. I remember sitting at the kitchen table one morning, sipping coffee that had gone cold again because that's what moms do. Watching my daughter pack her bag for school. No cigarette smoke in the house, no bloodshot eyes, no screaming behind the walls, just her humming softly, flipping through her Bible study notes. 15-year-old me couldn't have imagined that. Heck, 40-something-year-old me barely could. But there it was, peace, normalcy, the kind of boring, stable life I used to crave like a drug. My kids aren't perfect. They roll their eyes. They forget their laundry. They eat cereal for dinner sometimes. But they know they're loved. They know God is real. They know their mom went through war and back swinging. And that, my friend, is what a legacy looks like. See, a lot of people think a legacy is about money or last names or some sort of fancy story you leave behind, but it's not. It's about choosing something different, even when everything in your DNA screams, be like them. You don't. You raise your hand and say, it ends with me. And yeah, I've got the scars to prove it. The nights I've cried myself to sleep, the days I didn't think I was worth saving, the moments I nearly lost everything again. But I stayed and I fought and I broke the cycles. With shaking hands, blistered feet, I walked out of the wilderness. And here we are, standing in the middle of the promises. Tired? Sure, but free. When I look in the mirror now, I don't just see a survivor. I see a chain breaker, a daughter of the King, a mother, a wife, a sister, a warrior. Someone who walked through hell barefoot and come out singing. And guess what? I'm not done. Because now I want to teach others how to fight, how to recognize the lies, how to throw truth like punches, how to throw truth like punches, and how to pray like it's oxygen. How to walk in authority when all you've ever known is fear. It's not being perfect, it's being willing. So if you're reading this and you still got chains wrapped around your ankles, hear me. It can be broken. You can be free. You're not too far gone. You were born to break them. And then chapter 14 is the beautiful after. Let me tell you something. I never believed until I lived it. There is an after. After the trauma, after the addiction, after the loss, after the rock bottom moment that nearly swallowed you whole. Then an after where your feet feel steady, where you laugh without guilt, where you cry, but it's not because you're breaking, it's because you're healing. That's where I live now, in the after. I still carry my story with me. The scars didn't vanish. My memories didn't erase themselves just because you got a Bible in your hand and joy in your bones. But they stopped being weapons against me. They became weapons for me. Proof that I'm sorry about that. Proof that what was meant to kill me didn't. Proof that grace is bigger than genetics. proof that pain might shape you, but it doesn't defy you. I wake up every morning now with peace instead of panic. My house is filled with love, sometimes loud, sometimes quiet, but always real. My husband, still here, still steady, still seeing me the way I never knew I deserved to be seen. My children, they're growing into people I am proud of. People who know what redemption actually looks like. Not because they read about it in a book, because they saw it in me. This life is not perfect, it's not shiny or filtered, but it's mine. God didn't just save me from dying, He gave me a life worth living. And now it's my turn to do what I was put here to do, to speak, to stand up and tell the world without shame, but with power. Look what God can do. Look how far you can fall and still rise. Look at the mess and then look at the mercy. So if you've made it to this last chapter, let me say it loud for the ones in the back. There is always hope. There is always a way out. And there is God who will never, not once, give up on you. I thought my story was about surviving, but it turns out it was always about rescuing others. Welcome to the beautiful after. We've been waiting for you. If you've listened to all of my book, thank you for your support. I did this to help others, to let them know that you're not too far gone. God still loves you, and God still wants to help you. All you have to do is surrender yourself to Him. Let Him save you.